South Africa is a failed society. Gangs and extortion groups. Every Kasi in South Africa has a gang or two that goes around collecting fees, mainly from Pakistan's bazaar shops and small Kasi businesses like salons and whatnot. The worst part about these losers is that they also collect from amoungst in the streets and from Kasi businesses that actually increase Kasi economy. And that's just plain dumb, if you ask me. Hope they all burn in hell with their father Satan. So me living in the rurals of South Africa, I thought I was safe from all this township madness. But turns out we're also suffering from small organized groups that have recently emerged. It's bad. Quick story. A friend once told me a scary tale. So this timer had a successful business around Pretoria, and the Pretoria Mafia and extortion groups told him to pay up, or they wanted to share off the business, I'm not sure. But fast forward, they killed him because he refused this madness. And keep this in mind, these people don't just ask for chump change, they want a fat piece of the cake. Greedy bastards, if you ask me. So the timer, being a G, said they should all go to hell, in which these monsters sent the timer to hell or heaven, I don't know. And so they stole the business and employed their own people. And this is how the top mafia and extortion groups operate. Ruthless pigs. The bimbos. These are the women who lack discipline, to say the least. These women will party with you, drink your booze, sleep with you, and then tell you the next morning how the whole experience was no less than 500 bucks. People are hungry, Mr. Maposa. Say, quick story. This ex-colleague of mine called me for a chillers with this guy who had like 500,000 in his bank. So like any normal person, I went there. Not because of the cash, but because I knew we were gonna booze, and we were gonna booze strong. This 500k we're talking about. Plus it was winter, and 500k can afford about anyone in South Africa. And that night I wasn't planning on sleeping alone. Fast forward, I arrived. Found two bimbos with the boys who were like ones. Okay, fine, whatever, not that hot. So it was me, the moneyed guy, then my colleague's friend, and the ladies, of course. Fast forward again, I ended up fighting with the moneyed guy. Screw his 500k, and screw that whole experience. And my colleague's friend also joined in against me, like poor me, right? So I got chased away from the party early, and at that time I was super wasted, so I just called it a night. News came to us after a couple of days that the money guy got amoungst around 5k by the woman who was the one. Like these people had been partying for days, and the other guy got amoungst 500 bucks, which was supposed to be for rent. Same guy got amoungst 500 bucks, ended up being stranded because the moneyed guy ditched him after a couple of days. Turns out nobody in the group knew the moneyed guy anyway. They just found him on the streets, snatched him, and they shared a similar language. I guess that's how a connection was formed. And like that fool slapped me, like clapped me hard. But anyways, stay away from night girls or boys, and stay away from booze. The lazy men. Now, these boys are the ones who chill around Kasi's bazaar shops and smoke cigarettes or weed like no one's business, and just talk shit all day long. Like these boys lack structure, and the ability to dream. Because if you have a dream, you wouldn't sleep on it like that. Well, let me not say they lack the ability to dream, because these fools can daydream like no one's business. Talking about, if I had 30k, I'll do this or that. One time in my past life, when I used to hang with these men, this guy said he'd spread his cheeks for another man if the offer was right. And that, for me, was just taking things too far. Turns out this right offer was just 10k. So I'm like, brother, I cannot hang around you when you vomit such bull crap. So I left, and now I am always cooped in. I pray for these guys, because there are good guys amongst them. Hopefully, they all escape that mentality of helplessness and just stop hanging around sponsor shops like that crazy guys like hell. Drugs have taken over every bloody gasi in Mzansi. It's disgusting. And whoever said booze is not a drug has never been to South Africa. Let me tell you, South Africans can drink their booze. Weed, commonly known as the herb, just to praise it, is also a pandemic in South Africa, since it mostly produces suckers who amount to nothing. And I'm not by any means saying booze or weed are evil. I'm just saying South Africans have unlocked a new level of consuming these things. And I won't go into the street animals. Yep, we have street animals who terrorize us daily by asking for money to go do God knows what. And remember the gangs who extort spaza shops and businesses? Yep, they are the ones who produce quality street animals / people by selling drugs to them. So to sum up drugs, we've got the boozers, the people who booze every weekend. We've got the stoners who smoke until it's time to eat or sleep. We've got the crackheads who don't sleep. Like these guys, they also drink booze and do whatever, but these guys don't sleep. We've got the lean addicts who think they are cool, and these guys have perfected sleep and being slots, I guess. We've got the Ndashians who don't know their behavior. We've got the Zen, and I'm not talking about Zen for meditation. I'm talking about a whole dangerous Zen. And I won't incriminate myself by saying which things I've used in the past. But just so you know, only around 1% of South Africans have never touched booze or drugs. Hell, I started boozing when I was around 7 or 8 years, whatever. Incompetent and childish politicians. South Africa is ran by children and cowards. And you find these evil devils in places of power and authority, which is just wrong according to me. But that's just a personal opinion. I usually ask myself, why would you put an idiot in a place of authority? Never know. These people only care about their image, what car they drive, stuff like that, and their biological kids. Everybody else can go suck a fat one according to them. And I'm sure some got corrupt because of cohesion or threats to their lives. But my question still remains, why join a battle if you don't have a spear and a shield and they're just not tough. Like, why? Because at some point you'll be a bimbo for the person who has what you lack, which is a spear and a shield. For context, the Minister of Education, an old woman, recently got assigned to Minister of Defense. I have nothing against this lady at all, but let's be honest, she's not tough. Like, I've seen tough women. I've seen women run 240 miles. Like, I've seen military veterans which were women, but this woman right here, I won't mention her name, she's not tough. One threat to her life and she'll piss herself. Also, the law is against men. And also, there's a ministry of women. Like, there's a woman out there who is a minister of women. Like what the hell, bruv? Like, this is a clown show. It's a clown show. The gems. A bag might have a lot of rotten potatoes, but don't be quick to disregard it, because at the bottom you might find some gems, some proper potatoes. And yeah, I'm talking about the hustlers, the youth who wake up daily and get after it, build businesses, have proper jobs, inspiring and leading by example. Now, I can't not mention the running community of South Africa, simply because I'm a sucker for running. Like, I love running. Like, some days I just want to find myself a hand that loves gym and running and just circle. You know, like, I'm kind of tired of these bimbos. And yeah, guys, in South Africa, you do find some big business who are genuine and provide jobs for the youth. So we can't overlook that. And we've also got some podcasters who spread factual info. We've got some musicians who make hits and bangers. Like, South Africa is a proper country if you separate all of the above. Understand? Yeah. And so I wish people can pick themselves up and realize we're in a battle of dominion. Like, some people out there look at our situation and think, so let's not be a laughing stock, people of Mzansi. Yeah, systematically we're jacked, meaning we're not okay systematically. But God, or the universe, or the ancestors, whatever you believe in, is the ultimate judge. And so let's do our best not to let the ultimate judge down, because at the end of the day, that is all we'll be facing after we die, and death is coming for all of us. So remember that. Uyurala.